I don't know how to start CosTalk because I start Wheel of Time talk with welcome, welcome, welcome because it rolls off the tongue going into Wheel of Time talk. But how do I do something that'll smoothly transition into Cosmere talk or CosTalk? That's the first problem we have here. And we have a couple moving forward. I'm going to go over with you guys real quick. Second, and the only real problem we have is I don't know how to treat spoilers for this because this is a whole universe. This isn't a book series. Should I just assume everyone who's listening has listened to or read all of Cosmere? Something that I have not even done. I haven't read Secret History. I haven't gotten into every single book. At least I don't. I think maybe it's only Secret History, but still, I need to figure that out. Especially since Brandon's going to have a new book coming out ASAP. So we need to just among the community discuss that. I ask you in the Discord server in the spoiler-free Cosmere section. Let me know what you think. And in the comment section on YouTube if you don't want to join the Discord server, which okay, fine, it's your choice. What do you think I should be doing for spoilers moving forward? And last but not least, I do need to apologize to all you Cosmere fans for not getting this out last weekend, and especially Yannick, Janik. Nikki, Pumpernickel Nick, I apologize. You helped me start the Discord server, and the only thing you asked for in return was I get CosTalk going, and I wasn't able to get it up until just now. And so I owe you one. I owe you even a more of one. And if you need a kidney, let me know. But moving on forward to the actual meat of this episode. So in the Discord server, and don't worry, for future questions you can also answer in the comment section on YouTube. Because apparently, you don't love me. It's cool. I asked you, who is the best character in all of Cosmere, and why? Validate your opinion. And I want to know going forward, what was the consensus? And I was shocked, I say, by the first couple response, and that was from King Editor and Yannick, both saying Hoyd. King Editor said Hoyd because he's so mysterious. Yannick saying Hoyd confuses me so bad. And you know what? I wouldn't say best because he's not that deep, at least yet. I mean, he could absolutely be developed. He's just kind of a giant walking question mark. And I want to have a character who's a little more fully fleshed out for me to say best. But I'm not going to say you're wrong. It's an opinion-based question, but I get what you're coming from. I like mysteries as well. I'm down for some mysteries, but I just I don't know. For my pick, I'm not going to say I completely disagree with you because he certainly begs a lot of questions. But I am going to say that I'm not going to back your claim until we have some more answers. Damn it! And now we have from RF 700. I've only read the first Mistborn trilogy as of right now, but Sazed was one of my favorite characters. Oh man, Sazed is underrated, and he is always highly praised, but I think he deserves higher praise than highly praised. Sazed is pretty much like somehow, I want to call him like the bro priest. That's like in my head how I think of Sazed. He's wonderful, and yeah, in the first Mistborn trilogy, he stands head and shoulders above most, and I appreciate that. So you guys quickly stopped answering who's your favorite character, and it just evolved into a conversation on the Discord server about character and stuff like that. And I'm not complaining. That's actually really what I hoped was going to be happening on the Discord server. So in the spoiler-free comment section, there's been just some awesome talk about best characters. And then you got back on track, pretty quickly, which I appreciate because I do need some content here. Some content. That was embarrassing, but I'm keeping it in because I deserve to be mocked. So now we have Lizard Lucas 12. Dude, great name. Adding me, Delinar. I think the reason I enjoy reading Delinar so much is that he is past his prime, which I find refreshing, and also the curiosity of his past as we learn to like him and finding out in Oathbringer about how he got where he is and the whole censored wife. Of course, I don't remember the name. Thank you for keeping that fairly spoiler-free, or at least vague enough to count as spoiler-free, because that is in the spoiler-free section. And you know that I largely agree with you. I think Dalinar is amazing. For me, it's pretty much tied between Dalinar and Vin. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone say Vin yet. And Dalinar is special, and I think you knocked it out of the park with going the whole past his prime bit. But I'm gonna throw a caveat to that. He's past his prime physically, but mentally, I think he's just now coming into his highest point. I said, oh, this is going to be spoiler filled, by the way, because we need to figure out what spoiler policy is going to be, and I don't want this whole episode to be me kind of like dabbling around things. I want to be able to get in the meat of things. So if you have not already finished most books, I would dip out and come back next week or weekend after, whenever the next episode is posted, to figure out what the spoiler policy I have decided on is. It might be similar to WoT Talk, it might not be. It's whatever going to work best for Cosmere. So going forward, there will be spoilers from here on out. Okay, so Dalinar, what we figured out with him, I love this dude, and it's a similar love I have for Glotka. I don't know if you guys have read First Law, but it's a character who's not the best person. Like, Glotka is a kind of a monster. He's more of a monster than Dalinar is currently, but I think Dalinar at his peak monsterhood was worse than Glotka. But there's something about it makes them so much more human, knowing that they've given into anger, knowing that they have done these things that most people would consider irredeemable. That, oh my God, you're a monster. How could you possibly do what you've done here? But as we get into their heads and we figure them out as people, you start to see, oh, you're a really good person. It's just a matter of you're flawed, like the rest of us. And I wouldn't go that far for Glotka. Glotka's not a really good person, but I think Dalinar is, because he's just so consumed by his demons, literally and metaphorically. It's hard not to at least understand where he came from. But that being said, he did massacre an entire city, and it's going to be difficult to really forgive him for that. That's a small scale genocide that he caused, and it's debatable. That's irredeemable, if unforgivable, no matter what he does. Then we have another person back in Dalinar, so Dalinar is in the lead for votes, it looks like. So I appreciate that. And then we have Philippe Ferry. I'm screwing that up, but that's the meme at this point. For me, it's Caledon. Due to all things that he came through, hitting rock bottom, then trying to overcome depression, and being this heroic figure and trying to save everyone, yet failing very often. He's my favorite Cosmere character, but I also love Vin, Dalinar, Sazed, Wayne. Boy, this is hard. You hit all my favorite characters right there in that list, so good job. So, Caledon, Cali Boy, yeah, he's the most direct addressing of mental illness Brandon's ever done. Obviously, he's done it before in characters like Vin and Dalinar with PTSD and stuff like that, but Caledon is pretty straightforward. This dude is dealing with severe depression. Now, I've suffered from anxiety. I've never suffered from depression, but a lot of people very close to me have. Some of them are no longer with us, and it's his depiction of depression and what it does to people around you, with people like Syl, what it does to the person in their own head. I can't speak for in their own head, but I can speak for what it's like being around someone with depression, and I think he really nailed it and knocked it out of the park. I'm overusing that, because if you know someone you love has depression, the only thing you want to do is help them. Like you want them to know you love them. You want them to know that they are worth it, that they can overcome this. And from what my impression is with depression, you don't believe people very often when they're telling you they love you and that you can do this, and you kind of just want to curl up and never get up. And I don't know if Brandon has experienced this. I don't know if people close to him have, but I would be surprised if this is not the case, because he's doing such a good job, to the point where I had to stop at a couple times during Caledon's lowest points and just kind of appreciate, man, this guy gets it. He knows what he is talking about. So yeah, I'm agreeing with you there in terms of realism and just gut punch ability. Caledon and Dalinar are on that same level to me, which is just incredible. So now we had some more people just talking about the series, which again I appreciate y'all, and you guys did a wonderful job. I love the conversation that's happening in the Discord, and then we have someone MKQ23 is talking about pattern. Oh, and someone before her, or this person, I don't know if you're a guy or girl, brought up someone else, but let's talk about pattern for a second. I don't have a lot of love for pattern. Don't get me, I don't think it's a bad character, but if pattern died, this is going to sound terrible, I wouldn't care. I might care or be sad for Shallan, but I don't. I have no emotional attachment to pattern. I don't know why, but that weird buzzing talking thing. The first time I read these books, it was through the audiobooks, and the audiobooks, of course, are done by Kate Redding and Matthew Kramer. Is that his name? Michael Kramer. And they are incredible. They're the best audiobook readers out there, hands down, in my opinion. And seeing them bring these characters to life was such a feeling throwback to going through the Wheel of Time for the first time. But pattern's just mildly annoying. Not bad, not oh, this scene needs to end, let's move past it. But just okay, just stop with the buzzing, dude. You're not a vibrator. Let's relax. So I don't know. Pattern can go die. From Dax Dibble, I almost just misread your name as Daddy Dax. I don't know why. We're moving off. We're gonna move past that. I haven't read enough to say at this point, but my instinctual choice is Wayne, because he does everything he can to not let people realize his intelligence and depth. That is something I'm hesitant to fully agree with you on. So, going through Era 2, I think you're right that Wayne is kind of pulling a Matt Cawthon, where he's more intelligent and deeper than he lets people onto, but it's not. It's really hard as an author to find a balance between, okay, let's be subtle about this, and, being so subtle, it's just not even really there. And I feel like Wayne might be moving a little too far into too subtle, because I would like to see a couple more examples of his intelligence kind of shining through. That being said, I will say, if you pay attention to his combat scenes, he's one of the smartest fighters in all of Cosmere. He really knows how to manipulate and position himself in a fight, and I appreciate that about him. But I agree, he's deep and intelligent, but we're just not seeing it as clear as I'd like at this point, or we ever will, because that is over. Not a supporter of Shallan, but I'm a huge Jasnah acolyte. Jasnah, whew, good choice. Controversial choice for me, because I don't know how I feel about her yet. And that's strange. We're 3 books into this 10-book series, and Jasnah has been a fairly prevalent voice, but she's yet to inspire a lot of strong emotion in me. So from Chase the Pensive Prince, good name, I can't disagree with you, but she's yet to have that moment. I need a moment with a character. I need a moment that's oh, damn. Oh, this person's gonna do it. And I've never had that with her. From Whammy, Wammi. Whammy? I'm gonna go with Whammy. Picking a favorite is really hard. So many good ones. That's true. For me, it's hard battle between Shallan and Caledon. Shallan's humor is just spot on for me. Yeah, that is underappreciated, and I don't get the Shallan hate some people display, because she is witty and funny. Caledon Caledon has the best arc, though, especially in Way of WOTK, Way of the King. What's the T? Way of Kings, Words of Radiance, Oathbringer. Did you just accidentally hit T? Okay, I'm either really screwing up or you had a minor typo, and let's go ahead and move on. Which is my favorite. Yeah, that he's so far he's had the strongest character arc. There's no really debating that. He kicked off the series with an incredible arc, and I think that's why Stormlight has so much momentum going forward. It's going to be not easy to write these books, but keeping that level of character going fairly easily, because his character developed and was brought to the front line of this series. Many other characters were built up well around him. And he is such a strong character that just characters interacting with him helps them kind of become clearer and grow. Because if you have one really flat defined character with a great personality and like someone who feels real, like you can really judge who they are, you can judge who other people are based off that character's reaction to them interactions. And so it's fairly simple. Not simple. I don't ever want to make it seem like it's easy to write one of these books. It's a lot easier going forward if you do a great job at the start. And, you know, Brandon, your boy, is killing it in that regard. And I still think Caledon, in terms of just, like, badassery, takes Stormlight easy handily. Nightblood! This is from, PP Tugboat. I kind of respect it and hate it. And that's the best kind of friendship you and I can have, believe it or not. Nightblood is the best. Hello, would you like to destroy evil today? He can cut through all three realms, was created by the power of breaths, and Nightblood's interactions with Seth and Lith always make me smile. You know, I don't have any feelings on this character. And it is a character. It is a character. I would have never thought it would be brought up here because it's just lack of screen time in a lot of ways. But yeah, I can't tell you. Excuse me, gosh. Oh, sorry, it's early. I don't know. I'm fine with Nightblood. It's cool, but I'll withhold judgment going forward. So we're moving down again. Another kind of little talk going on, and then we have maybe the best answer from someone with the username Caledon Stormblessed. Which, good job claiming that. You did good, kid. We have exclamation point afterwards, so I need to yell it. All right, so we're getting ready. Bridge 4, which is a great answer. We have someone advocating that Bridge 4 as a unit is the best character. And normally I'd call you out and say you're cheating. This is BS. But I agree with you so much. I agree. I'm with you. You're not wrong. So I'm not gonna call you out because I freaking love Bridge 4. I want to get a Bridge 4 tattoo after I get a Wheel of Time tattoo to complement my Star Wars tattoo. Yeah, I have nerd tattoos. I'll probably regret them in 10 years, but I don't care. Then we have someone commenting a bridge emoji with the time being 4, which, good job. Ha. Now moving on down, we have kind of the talk kind of drifts away from best character. I don't know if it picks up again. I'm scrolling real quick to see, but if it doesn't, I actually want to go over some comments, or one comment I got recently in regards to Brandon Sanderson that made me triggered. It triggered me. And I wanna share my annoyance with you guys. Actually, yeah, screw it. Let's just go find that comment because it's dumb. It upset me, and I want to spread the anger. I want us all to just hate this man together. Just a lot of hatred. I'll find it in a second. Here we go. I'm gonna include his name from Jack. Okay, no, I'm not. I hate this person's name. Have you banned Brandon Sanderson yet from being Mormon? He's one of the most talked about fantasy authors, and yet he's against gay people, just like Orson Scott Card. Are you going to burn his books like a good Democrat? Okay. So, first of all, bringing politics into talking about books or reviewing books is one of the most moronic things you can do. If you can't enjoy a book because you disagree with an author's politics, do you apply that same thing to your music? Do you apply it to movies? Do you apply it to all media? Okay, fine. Well, let's say the author is against your politics. Let's turn that around. What if the editor is? What if the publisher is? What if his friend who had some input was? Well, okay, if you're against a director politics, well, are you going to be against it because of the cameraman? So what about the actors? With all these people? Having this idea that, oh, I disagree with someone on a few things, therefore I can't enjoy what they produce, you're Jesus, like how can you live your life like that? And I think this guy was like being sarcastic and trying to like poke at me for, I think in this Q&A I mentioned that I am a liberal, which if you get upset for someone saying their politics one way or the other, you are the problem with current politics. But now I want to bring this back to the extreme insult against Mormons here. I'm not a religious guy, but I will defend religious people from this incredibly annoying kind of comment and mentality a lot of agnostics and atheists leave towards them, where it's like, well, they believe in their religion believes in this, so they have to believe in this. First of all, no, they don't. Religion is very much so a pick and choose what you're going to follow thing. And Brandon, I've never heard or seen or read any homophobic or bad comments from him. And he has a couple gay characters, I believe. He seems like an all-around nice enough guy. And you know what? Even if he is homophobic, I'm still going to enjoy his books. I don't care, because so many people involved in the process probably could be bad people. I don't know. I'm so annoyed. I'm bothered. Oh, bother. Because I don't like this, like... Well, first of all, this guy's more or less just trying to take a shot at me because he's, I don't know, insecure and bored online and needs more things to do. But just stop, leave people alone for their beliefs. That's my number one advocating. If someone disagrees with you on some stuff, great. You can probably have some wonderful conversations. And as long as you're both respectful, you can probably both come away smarter, better, and more informed. But this mentality of, oh, he's liberal, so he must throw out his books. No. I don't even know if Brandon's liberal or not. You know why? Because I don't care. He's an artist. I'm not going to give a crap about what he does in his personal life. Unless he's like turning around and becoming like the Chris Brown of being an author, which at that point, yeah, maybe then I kind of pull away. Then I don't care. If it's someone's beliefs don't reflect the quality of what they produce. And unless he's actually going out and hurting people, I don't care. I don't know. Well, let's look it up right now. I'm gonna do a Google search. This is probably gonna be a horrible thing to look up. Is Brandon Sanderson homophobic? Let's see. What comes up here? We're probably gonna see some immediate trash of just speculation and just annoying crap. Okay. Brandon Sanderson is homophobic with, let's see here. Let's see. Any quotes from him? Let's see. Turns out Brandon Sanderson, he admits that he realizes much of what he said was offensive. Okay, so he apologized. He moved on. Yeah, and he supports gay marriage. Cool. Who cares? I don't care. I have a gay mom, and I don't care about what this dude believes one way or the other. You know why? He's not a politician. I'm not voting for him. Okay, he happens to agree with me. It looks like he's kind of come around from the LDS church, and now he supports LGBTQA plus or whatever the now pronunciation is. Good on you, Brandon. I don't care. It's not relevant, and I'm sorry. This is totally not related to Cosmere. I guess it kind of is, but this mentality of like attacking authors is not cool. And I'm actually going to be putting out a video soon because I made the mistake of doing it once, and I want to come out and do it. It's just a legit apology. But yeah, that's going to be the note we end this Cosmere on, because I wanted to just express that, hey, if you're bothered by Brandon's Mormonism, if you can't handle someone being a little different than you, or even if you are Mormon and you don't like the fact that he's turned around and become pro-LGBTQ, which I'm not implying all Mormons are or not, I'm just saying, like, come on, guys. It doesn't matter. We're here to enjoy what he produces. We're not here to be his best friend. Like, there's a difference there. I don't know. That's it. Probably just lost a whole bunch of you and made this a really weird political thing. But that's what I'm advocating against. So moving forward, Cosmere will not be like that. I just wanted to make it clear how I felt about that, because if you need people keep bringing up like politics in the comments, I might actually start having to ban people from my channel for the first time, because I don't want my channel to fall into that. You know, if I mention politics in a video, sure, which I've done a couple times, I think, but like just whipping it out, and also being condescending and like talking down, I'm not down for that, man. I don't care, dude. I don't care if you're a hard right Trump supporter. If we want to talk about books, let's talk about books. You know what I mean? Because we're people. Let's get along and let's bond over these incredible stories. That's it for CosTalk. I need to figure out a good intro. What's gonna roll with CosTalk? I can't do welcome. It's not gonna work. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll get back to y'all. Have a good one, guys. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here, and have a good one. Peace.